Welcome to a special edition of Wild Bill's Breaks. We got 1992 tops, 2 boxes of them. We're doing a chase for gold. I thought that was the odds were lower, but we're looking at maybe 1 in 36 per pack. So I got my brother-in-law Nate here. We're going to do box wars. We'll do a few cards apiece and then alternate and see who can put together the best hand. You can see on the front we got Kirby Puckett and I got Devin White here. So I'll get things started, and that's Mucina on the cover. It's very bad. Not the best quality. I thought there was maybe 1 gold per pack, so might be pulling less gold than we think. Oh, there he is. We were just talking about him, Brian Taylor. So he was a huge deal back in '92. He was on Beckett. There's an autographed card in here that still goes for $12. I remember it being like 100 times that amount at one time, like before he really came up. It was way overhyped. But started looking into what happened to him since. You know, why was there so much hype around this guy? And you never heard of him after 92, 93. There's Barry Bonds. Well, I looked it up, and apparently in '93, he was into the Yankees minors. They weren't going to bring him up right away, but he was in the minor league system. And '93, he got into couple of fights in the same night. There's Billy Ripken. Not that, you need to put him in the good card pile or anything. Chuck Knobloch, Gold Cup rookie. Got into a series of fights on the same night. I think one involved somebody with his brother, and then right after that, he went to confront the guy, and doing so, threw a haymaker at the guy that fought his brother. Fell and busted up his shoulder real bad. He thought it was just a bruise, but he apparently had jacked his shoulder up so bad. Hey, there's our first gold, Carlos Baerga. How do you say that name? Baerga?
Yeah, Baerga.
Baerga. So first gold. So he busted his shoulder up so bad when he saw the team physician. There's Tom Glavine, All-Star. The next day, Jeff Bagwell, Gold Cup. There's Barry Larkin. I'm pulling all these hits. I'm trying to tell the story. Physician said it was the worst shoulder injury I've ever seen. Nate, you can go ahead and start your 4 there. He said it was the worst shoulder injury he'd ever seen, and that they were going to have to operate on him. So they operated on Brian Taylor at some point, and he loses 8 miles per hour off his fastball. And he could never throw the curve across the plate for a strike. So yeah, he was just kind of relegated to the minors. There, I'll take my bonds back. keep ours on our own side. He's got Kurt Schilling over there, and then some time goes by and he just kind of fizzles out in the. There's another Brian Taylor, so we each got one of those. I think it's just kind of just a collector's or a novelty item at this point. But yeah, he fizzled out in the minors eventually. I think he went to Seattle and they released him, and then he went back to several different odd jobs before going back to his hometown to work with his dad, where he became a bricklayer. And some time goes by, lives a normal life until 2012, where he gets arrested for coke and crack possession, and then goes to jail for sentenced for 50 months. He gets out in 2015, and that's the last I heard of him on Wikipedia. So yeah, definitely explains why he didn't go any further there. What a
I thought that was Greg Maddux.
yeah, the classic Mike Maddux fake out of the junk wax era. But yeah, so found out why Brian Taylor was really never heard from again. There's so many names you hear of way back when. your Pat Lestashes and and the like. You know, it's typed up and then gone overnight. Let's see. Nate's got a Bo Jackson. So there's a Wade Boggs All-Star. Still waiting for him to pull a gold here. That's Pokey Reese rookie card. Go back there, Nate. Yeah.
Oh, Calvin Reese.
Yeah. Calvin, a.k.a. Pokey Reese, former Red. I did not know he... that's his draft pick, so he didn't rookie for maybe another few seasons, but I didn't know it was that far back.
What were the odds of the golds again?
Gold, I think I read, was 1 in 36.
Okay. Is this not on
So,
the backs?
Yeah. It's not. I don't believe it's on the box either, unless maybe it's like in the fine print here. I don't see it there either. But I looked online. It said 1 in 36, and I could have sworn it was much lower than that. Sosa, first year of the White Sox, I believe, or last year with the White Sox, or rather. So that card's probably kind of dated. Back to me. One of these has this baseball scratch off. Match the stats.
I remember that.
I got a Sosa too. So I don't know exactly what you were supposed to do as far as matching the stats. Maybe you had to pick a game and put together something good. Yeah, you have to buy Erga. I got the last gold I pulled was a Indian as well. It was Tommy. There's Lou Piniella. Look at that back-to-back super managers right there, Sparky and Lou Piniella. Each of them leading their Reds team to a World Series. In Sparky's case, 2. And of course, Lou Piniella in the 90s Reds. Topps 92 just seemed like it was one of those sets that was everywhere way back when. I mean, you'd have to actively probably try and avoid it to not encounter it. Chris Gwynn, Tony Gwynn's brother, short stint in the MLB. I think he only played for the Dodgers for like a couple seasons. Of course, Tony Gwynn passed away, unfortunately, some time ago. But Nate got his autograph. Autograph at 96 Fleer, right?
Yes. Yeah, through the mail.
Yep. Will the Thrill Clark. And there's Jim Abbott, the classic one-handed pitcher. The card, 96 Fleer, is of Gwynn autographing a card. So, autographed inception there.
Reading about 92 Topps, so it had 792 cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
And right around this time, most sets were starting to break up into Series 1 or Series 2. I think this might have been the last year Topps only did one set, or one series, rather. Donruss had already split up. Did Fleer? No, Fleer was still one set. Magic Gill. Yeah, that was another one that... Another prospect bust. Tyler Green as well. If we run across it, I'm sure one of us will. There's a really cool Ripken in this set where he's... I think he's at Yankee Stadium, and behind him is a plaque of Lou Gehrig. And that was when, Cal was in full chasing the streak mode.
Are there any air cards in this?
There may be...
With being that many, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's some uncorrected errors. There's nothing like substantial where that I know of that's like sought after like some of the earlier sets. I think by around this time, like Buck Showalter, yeah, error cards. There's Dibble, part of the Nasty Boys. Error cards, Mo Sanford. I think I got his autograph on something way back when. Error cards were becoming less common. I think there was better quality control. Yeah, not wax packs, but more like a plastic here.
Yeah.
Little, not the easiest to open.
It says this is, I was This is the first year without gum.
Oh yes, that's right. Good point. Yeah, so no need to
Not
worry about
wrapped in
any gum.
wax paper. Yeah,
Yep.
like he said. Steve Avery.
Steve Avery, part of the
Alan Trammell.
legendary Braves rotation. There's the real Greg Maddux,
Greg.
not one of those Mike Maddux fake outs.
He was a big deal too.
Oh yeah, Phil Plant here. Yeah, I remember the name. I didn't know if he was hyped or not. Let's see if Nate can pull a gold here to match me. Excuse me. As far as, big pulls in this set, I don't think there's really a whole lot. I don't remember 92 being a huge year for rookies. I think we've got a few maybe gold cups in here. We've got Ivan Rodriguez. Looks like you got, I thought you had the Frank Thomas there because I know I believe that's horizontal. Vince Coleman. Let's see. It was that gold cup. Not familiar with that guy. Sandy Alma. Nope. Nothing going there. Back to my box here. There's another Rob Dibble here. A little bit of a quality control issue here. We got a bit of a bump right there. I don't know if that was from the factory or maybe the box itself. There's Robbie Alomar. I mean, if I'm going to have quality control problems with anything, there's Mark Grace. At least it's, 92 tops and not 2023 Cosmic Chrome. Yeah, I'm thinking that ridge in the middle. There's Kevin Brown. There's Clemens. You know how I love Clemens. There's David Justice. Sandy Alomar. That ridge in the middle is probably from the factory. Ronnie Gant. Didn't the Reds have him for like a minute?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Reds would get like the Braves superstars like after they'd kind of go on the downswing. We had Deion Sanders there for several seasons as well. Seems like that's, hardly mentioned anymore. There's Hal Morris. Now Deion's big thing was his college football team. Dave Winfield. What is there?
So, Bill, how much do you think these were a pack when they came out? I just looked it up.
Well, I could cheat and just flip the box because I know the price tag. I think it said 55 cents.
That's right, yeah, 55 cents a pack.
Juan Gonzalez, huge deal around that time. The rookie was 90, but yeah, he was. I think I talked about it before, like one of those "Where are they?" or "What happened to them?" guys. Jimmy Gonzalez looks like it could be his brother. Doesn't mention that here. There it is, Ivan Rodriguez Gold Cop. So, one of the better cards in the set. And going back to Nate's turn. Yeah, 55 cents per pack. Maybe one of the few sets that could probably hold that value. I can't imagine that, they go for more than a couple bucks per pack if anyone's selling them individually. The last pack, I got some rack packs because I think they had higher odds of the gold cards. Let's move on. And then before that, I think I had gotten just a pack as like a prize at kind of like a Dave & Buster's that's near us. They had some baseball cards. Oh, it's all right. Corbin Carroll decided to leap off the table, but he's in a top loader, so he's fine. One of the ones I'm going to need to get graded. Bad day to cut your fingernail.
Something really tight.
Yeah. Kept the packs nice and sealed, but there's a Jim Abbott All-Star. Who was that behind him? I'm not familiar with him. Yeah.
high school senior picture.
Yeah. There's Bobby Bonilla. Paul O'Neill. Probably his last season with the Reds before he went
I'm gonna throw Ricky
Yankees.
Bones in there just because of his name.
Who's that?
Ricky Bones.
Ricky Bones. I'll let you have it. And 2 more packs before we switch out. This is going to end up being quite the war. Will Clark, Will Thrill, Lee Smith.
Lee Smith.
Yeah. Of course, if anyone gets, a Nolan Ryan gold or the Brian Taylor autograph, you automatically win. The Brian Taylor autograph is gold. I don't know if they were all made gold or if they made some with and without, but the gold with the signature on it is out of 12,000, I think they said. So, sounds like a high number for a short print, but given the number of, tops they mass produced back then, it would be a lot. It'd actually be pretty low. We got a Chris Sabo, hometown hero around here. There's Ronnie Gann again. Nothing doing. Back to me. The tops had to flip them around and then put that match the stats card in the middle. Nothing doing there. Saberhagen, Steve Sachs, Oman. We can find our second gold in here. So far, at least the golds have been a player that I've been familiar with, not just, a common at least, so that's been nice. Of the few that I have gotten. Sean Green again with no logo on the hat there. Who knows?
He was a big deal too.
Yeah, he was. And there's Jose Canseco All-Star. Wade Boggs. Joey Cora, White Sox. Kevin Mitchell. Played with the Reds for a short while. Reds went through a series of power-hitting outfielders there for a while. There's Eric Karros. Looks like a rookie card there. Another one of those. Where'd they go, guys? Bijia. Will Clark All-Star. There's Lee Smith. My pile's just falling all over the place. And we're back to date. Got dual Lee Smiths here. That's a fun looking card though. Just the clouds and him holding the ball propped up against the dugout. Kevin Brown. There's Tom Glavine. Wade Boggs right there. We got the Joey Cora as well. Thomas Howard, I remember him. What else we got? Sean Estes, that was another big one. Tommy Lasorda. Not pictured, the San Diego chicken terrorizing him. Tommy Lasorda in his base throwing Olympics, they'd call. Pick up the base and chuck it whenever he got pissed. Looks like we had Reggie Sanders coming up, rookie. Yep, there he is. Ricky Henderson, record breaker. Of course, without even looking, I'm sure that's for stolen bases. I don't think anyone's ever going to break any of his records. His stolen bases I think it's kind of cyclical as far as when they're, when you see them and when you don't. I think right now we're in the trend of nobody's really stealing right now. With Floyd, there's another one.
Was it Ricky Henderson at a show you were at
Um,
recently?
I think he was going to be there Sunday when I went Saturday. Who we got there? Prospects. Nope. Yeah, Ricky Henderson was there on Sunday. Bo Jackson was there the day I went, but did not get the additional autograph portion. And I don't know that there's a way to do it day of. So I think you had to do it all ahead of time. Cecil Fielder. Of course, his son Prince Fielder. They both played first base, didn't they?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're both big dudes. They could swing a bat, but they couldn't run well. They'll just put them over at first base, and they'll get you 40 home runs a season. Ben McNeil, that was another one that was hyped up. I think I got his. There's Tom Glavine. I got his Upper Deck 90 rookie card error, uncorrected error. Or actually, there's two versions, so there was a correction. And there's Ken Griffey Jr. I did go ahead and just buy the gold single at some point in the past.
What's the Griffey Gold?
I think the Griffey went for 10, I want to say. Raymond Ventura. Larry Walker and Kirby Puckett back to back. Of course, I just pulled that Kirby Puckett 85 Topps rookie. Pretty happy about that. Within the same set of 9 packs, got the Mark McGwire Olympic rookie. Hey, look at that. Back-to-back Griffies. So I've already won. Unless Nate can pull out some gold hit. Maybe he'll get the Brian Taylor auto card. Who knows? Keith Grissom. There's Eric Davis. Probably his last season as a Red there, wearing the old-timey outfit. Look at that. I don't remember them wearing that jersey. Must have brought it back for like just a game or something. Norm Charlton, one of the nasty boys. Let's see, we got one of these has Chipper Jones on it, these top prospects. So I want to keep an eye out for that. Aaron Seeley, another one of those prospects. $100,000 card show buying spree or special Topps Gold Series cards. Well, let me think on that one. Too bad they just don't honor these promos until the end of time. Seems like all these old sets just had some kind of the Palmero in the back, some kind of sweepstakes or series to sweeten the deal. I've never talked to anybody that actually, made good on that or anything. There's Canseco, All-Star. What we got there? No. Much. No. Well, maybe if you wouldn't, eat out of the trash. No. Yeah, Saberhagen. Just remember him being in the very early Brendan Fraser movie, The Scout, where he played for the Yankees, and then they were trying to show off his talent, and they brought up Saberhagen to throw against Brendan Fraser's character.
I've never seen that.
It's decent. I think it was like one of those old Comedy Central movies, you know, that they just re-air over and over when they were first on. Here's Messina. Decent. Hall of Famer, right?
Oh, you got Schilling,
Nah,
yeah.
You got
Yeah.
Schilling, yeah. Not quite Hall of Fame yet. There's Joe Carter. Touch 'em all, Joe. There's Tony Gwynn. We can find a gold here. I got mine pretty early. So, how many packs what are we looking at here?
4?
Probably about, I'd say it's about 36. Probably nine stacks high. So, probably just one per box, which is just insane that I didn't realize the golds were this hard to pull until, you know, I looked at them. Eddie Murray on the Dodgers. Towards the end of his career, bounced around among several teams, and then finished. And as I'm talking about him, I pull him myself for finishing with the Dodgers in '98. I want to say.
Yeah, 36 packs.
Yeah. So, yeah, 1 in 36. It's like one per box. So, jeez. And still, it's like the gold cards are great, but they're not like astronomically priced or anything, despite being so scarce.
You figure 1 per box, 1 every 36 packs, then almost 800 cards.
Yeah. You would be running into them far more often, but nope. It's just junk wax when you mass produce. What's that?
More difficult to find the good ones.
Yeah, for sure. Ryan Sandberg. Looks like there's Jim Tomey on the back there. Steve Avery. Trammell. Spurks. Andy Van Slyke. That was our favorite guy to pick on when we were just naming old ball players that were just kind of run-of-the-mill. His name would always pop up. We spent an entire night at work one time just going back and forth naming mediocre ball players. Jose Rio just got his autograph. Great guy, great guy. That good. Still haven't ran across the Ripken yet. When at least one of us gets that, somebody can pull a big name of gold. I'd say that's the winner there. But yeah, Topps 92. The subset explosion was really taking off around then. You had Fleer Ultra. There's Fred McGriff, Padres guard. You had there's Cal Ripken All-Star. Good enough. Fleer Ultra came out that same year. Even Fleer was starting to put subsets in with the base sets. But Topps really didn't seem to jump on board until later on, it seemed. Just, 792 cards of Ricky Henderson of just the just the base set. Randy Johnson, big unit. Randy Johnson, great pitcher. The thing I always remember about him is the time he just obliterated that bird. It's just one of the most unlikely things to ever happen. And of all people to have thrown that ball, Randy Johnson, who could, easily hit 100 miles per hour on his fastball. Bird had no chance. McGuire, yep. Bobby Alomar. Mark Grace. we're down to 12 packs here, so 2/3 of the way down here. Chuck Knobloch Gold Cup rookie. There's Kirby Puckett. Kirby unfortunately passed away a little while ago, but definitely was instrumental to that 87-91 World Series team. Wow, nothing in that pack. If I had gotten just that pack, I would be very upset. It's all common. Chili Davis. Got an autograph card of his. Here's Sandy Alomar. Indians, mid to early 90s were really starting to put together a team, and unfortunately went to 2 World Series, 95 and 97, lost both, unfortunately. First time to the Braves, and then the second time to the Marlins, who up until the Diamondbacks won their World Series in 2001, or the quickest expansion team to come out and win a World Series. And Marlins did it again in 2003. Of course, this was 92, so there's Nolan Ryan record breaker. So no expansion teams yet. Having 93 of the Rockies and the Marlins join the league. There's Barry Larkin.
Set after this one.
What's that?
I'll say the set after this one, the Marlins and
Yeah, 93.
like special cards for them, I think.
Yeah, some sets did some special promos. Can't remember if Topps did or not, but tried to make a big deal. So Nate's got a gold there. Who do we got?
Need your help.
Might have to flip him over to see the name. Looks like Kurt Manwaring of the Giants. So Nate pulls a common. Baerga, not a huge name, but like I said, pretty big talent on that mid to late 90s Indians team. So not necessarily just 1 per box, but 1 per 36 pack. So it might as well be. We may see another 1 in there. Who knows? Still waiting for either one of us to pull the Nolan Ryan or the Cal. Probably the Cal would be my favorite card of that set. There's Bobby Bonilla. Excuse me. Ricky Bones. Cliff Floyd, and there's another one of those prospects. What happened to those guys? John Olerud with his plastic helmet a little while back. Ron Gann All-Star. Yeah. Sandberg in there. Yeah, and John Olerud, can't blame him for wearing a helmet all the time, even on the field. Even the first and third base coaches started doing that here past several seasons.
I remember Ryan Klesko.
Yeah, Ryan Klesko. That's a decent one. Billy Hatcher. He's still base coach for the Reds, or do you know? I think he was first base coach there for a while. Might have just retired at this point. There's Kenny Lofton, Astros. I believe that is a rookie card, or at least first Topps card.
It was a year or two after.
Forgot Kenny Lofton was even on the Astros sometimes. Got Barry Bonds here coming up, league leader. Ruben Sierra, Royce Clayton, Walt Weiss. There's the Barry Bonds. There's George Brett, looking like a maniac right there. Maybe a reference to the pine tar pad incident. If you have not seen it, I'm sure you have. Just the one part where Bumps roll him out and he just charges at a dugout. Most furious anyone's ever been in their life. Not the easiest pack to open. I didn't open too much 93 tops. It seemed like, 92 tops was probably a big go-to. Seems like the 92 tops were consistently like in the checkout lines at grocery stores, which you just really don't see it all anymore. You don't see, packs at the grocery lines at all. Each place that does carry cards will have its own little section, usually up front. There's Eric Davis again. And I'm down to my last stack. It's got 8 more packs total. So that was something, you could always guilt trip mom or dad into a couple packs right at the end of the shopping trip. Reggie Sanders again. There's the Ricky Henderson record breaker as well. John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. Crucial component of that Braves rotation. It just dominated the mid to late 90s.
Maddox, Smoltz, Avery.
Just when the Reds were playing the Braves back then, you could just go ahead and turn the TV off because, unless you just wanted to see them lose badly. They were getting shut down against the Braves. There's Tom Browning, Mr. Perfect. At least we had him going on. The Tino Martinez back there. I don't think that was his rookie, though. I think that was 90. Let's see what prospects we had there. Anyone?
Yeah, nobody.
Anyone? No? Joe Carter. Still waiting on the Ripken or the Nolan Ryan. You can see why, sets started to get too big for their own good and then split into, Series 1 and 2 until I think they kind of just... There's the Nolan Ryan. Oh, it's a record breaker. It's not the base. Still, Nolan Ryan. Before, sets these days kind of are very condensed. Not everybody's getting a card. Most set sizes are, a few hundred. But then, Top still does Series 1, Series 2, and Update. So there's like 300 or less cards per set. I don't think everyone's doing a Series 1 or 2 there, though. Kelly Gruber looking very strange.
Bobby Witt.
Yeah, Bobby Witt Sr. there.
Senior.
And there's also a Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
I did not realize that father played baseball until recently when I saw the checklist. Chris Jones, Reds player. I don't even remember that guy. There's another Barry. Yeah, this guy. Luis Quinones. down to the last roundup. So I'm almost done with my box here. Johnny Vanderwall, Craig Biggio, All-Star, John Smiley. So here's the Chipper Jones. Right there, bottom corner. So good pull there. Forgot to mention there's also the Manny Ramirez draft pick, which we have not run across yet either. There's Clemens All-Star, Ozzie Smith. Luis Gonzalez Gold Cup. His rookie was the year before. Alright, and let's see if there's any last pack magic here. Any Nolan Ryan Golds waiting for me here. Brian Taylor autograph. What do we got? You know, like I said, with the Brian Taylor autograph, 12,000 sounds like a lot, but really isn't for this top set with 800 cards and so many sets produced. All right, let's see if Nate can get another gold in his box.
Nope.
Donnie Baseball. David Wells. I think the Reds had him for like a season. And I forget what season that was. But that's the player I wish they could hold on to. Yeah. Threw a perfect game, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think while he was like drunk. We're up there.
And of course, then you got what's his name? Doc Ellis. There's another Tony Gwynn, who did it while he was high on LSD.
About the 80s?
70s. Yeah. I forget what year, but I got one of his. I don't think it's his rookie card, but I just don't think you're going to see that ever again either. I mean, perfect games, aside from being under the influence of something, are just going to be scarce. Just seeing these guys in the playoffs getting pulled like in the third and fourth inning is just nuts. They just want to get a fresh arm in there as soon as possible, as soon as the player shows any kind of struggling, and then whoever that reliever is the one that ends up just blowing the door open. Yeah, I think we're gone are there's Bobby Cox, longtime Braves manager. Gone are the days of the long games, the complete games. And it looks like no more golds, so kind of a bummer. Super long video too. We're at about 45 minutes here, but thanks for joining. Yeah, we got the tops match the stats there. Nate's gonna scratch that off and win big here.
Got a match 3.
Yeah, you got a match 3. Okay, so 351. Up, he's out.
No.
So does not win the shopping spree or the gold card series. It's like, oh, you can have the Topps gold cards, or you can have $100,000 shopping spree. It's like, is that a choice, or is that just like you're saying that those are two possible options? I mean, yeah, I don't know too many people would just take the gold cards. All right, so having gotten 2 Griffey Juniors, I think gives me the edge. And then I got the Carlos Baerga gold there. So yeah, I mean, if you're chasing gold for Topps 92, I would just recommend buying the singles, because my God, you're never gonna find it unless you buy a case or a pallet you know, a gold card of your player. So and it was a fun break. It was definitely fun to do something different here and to do a box war. And thank Nate for coming out and participating. And we'll be back. We'll be back on Super Saturday. I'm gonna try and hit another card show and surprise you with what we'll do then. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night.